Well, Sistas fans, Danny is still Danny. But I did like this one comment on my live stream last night about Preston. Because last night, Preston is like, look, I can tell you're acting funny. It's just I don't want to see how things go in terms of, look, I want to check in now because I don't want any surprises where one day I wake up and then you're just tired of having me around and you just want me out of here. And Danny, of course, is just deflecting as always because Preston is calling out the situation that is happening now. And what does Danny do? She just pulls back to Preston and what you did. Like, oh, you were the one who ran away and left and this and that and the third. But it's like, well, Preston kind of had every reason to just leave because you clearly didn't want him around, but you just wouldn't say it. And he would catch you interacting with other guys. So what's the point? Like, what exactly are you throwing in his face? But this comment says, Preston, unfortunately, is getting what he deserves. He went and proposed to Mindy, and a day later, he left Mindy, if I remember correctly, at the hotel. He left her to go to Danny. Now, Danny has told Preston that she wants to give it another try, but a day later, she's seeing Tony, the stalker from her job. What do they say? You lose them how you get them, and Preston did Mindy wrong. 1000% agree. Now, some people still speculate that Mindy may have been a ploy for Preston to just use in an effort to get Danny back. That could be true. I mean, you never know. But I just felt, Mindy deserved better regardless because it was just like, even Danny called out the ridiculousness of it all where it's like Mindy would be okay with Preston going over to Danny's to talk to her later despite the fact that they were engaged. It just makes no sense to me at all. Because Mindy was just like a cardboard cutout of Preston going, hey, Danny, I have other options. So if you don't want to lock it down with me, then I'll just go with somebody else. Preston was better. Look, I love Trinity's acting, but Preston, if Tyler was never going to make Danny act right, Preston should have been written off a couple of seasons ago because I hate to see him go out like this. It just not. Nobody looks good coming out of it. Nobody looks good coming out of it. And it's funny because Danny's like, what do you mean check in? It's only been a few days. Yeah, well, a couple or a few days of Preston staying there. But you two have only been together for a little over a day. But then not even a full 24 hours into your quote unquote relationship, you're already interacting with another man. And yeah, I know. She was on a triple date. Well, not even technically a date. She was there with Sabrina to watch over Andy, and then they interacted with Jordan's friends, so that wasn't a date. But her agreeing to go over to Jordan's house to meet with the guys again, despite the fact she has a boyfriend, and leaving her apartment like 2 hours early to get to work early to obviously interact with Tony, yeah, she's cheating. Look, I will say this. And I'm not just saying this because Preston's a guy and I'm a guy and Danny's like, oh, women are evil. No, it's not like that. Even though Preston was, staying with Danny despite being engaged, at least Mindy knew about it. There was no hiding or sneaking around her. Preston let her know what was up. Danny, on the other hand, not wanting to, tell Preston that Tony had texted her when Preston assumed it was one of the girls, not wanting to tell Preston why she was really leaving work early. Yeah, I mean, you lose them how you get them, but hey, at least Preston was up front. For as weird and awkward as the situation is in terms of, hey, I'm still going to interact with you despite the fact that I have a fiance, both parties knew. Danny, on the other hand, no. She's acting funny, and then when Preston tries to call her out, she tries to bring up old shit that's irrelevant. But we do know that at some point Preston is going to roll up on him in the parking lot. So just saying, is he getting what he deserves? I will say this, Preston as a character deserves way better than what's being written for him now. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This chick just doesn't know what she wants, and I don't know. It's just weird. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.